Well, before we even get to that November general election, apparently we're still having to deal with last May's primary election, or at least some people would like us to. Specifically, Mike Lindell, the pillow guy, who has feathered himself into election integrity issues across the country. Well, yesterday, political commentator Ron Filipkowski, tweeted MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell's opening an investigation into Janice McGeachin's loss in the Republican primary for Idaho governor. He said as much, Lindell did, on his web show called The Lindell Report. And during yesterday's episode, he got a call from Connor in Idaho.
Do you have eyes, or did you have eyes perhaps on Idaho's primary for governor? I know Trump endorsed Janice, I think McGeachin is how you say her last name. She lost to the petty tyrant Brad Little to like an 8-to-1 ratio, and I haven't talked to one person that said they voted for Brad Little.
Not one person. Well, apparently Connor has seemed to avoid the 148,213 Idahoans who did vote for Governor Little. And it's McGeachin, by the way. It's a race Little won with 53% of the vote to Lieutenant Governor McGeachin's 32%, 53 to 32. Not exactly an 8-to-1 margin. Not that facts seem to be Connor's forte. Connor claims to be from a small county, which he didn't say, though he did say he didn't want to put his ballot into a machine when he voted in the primary, which he also couldn't remember what day it was. Lindell's response? Well, at first he laughed at Idaho for sending him a bill over his last batch of bogus claims of widespread voter fraud in the Gem State. But he also said he has a team here in Idaho looking into it. And he added this nugget.
Don't sit and say there's no evidence when it's piled all the way to the sun and back. Right here on Frank's speech, go down and click on bombshell evidence. Click on any one of the preliminary injunctions. And I will promise you this, Idaho, we are not letting this sit idly by. You're going to be represented at the big August 20th, the Moment of Truth Summit, and there will be representation there from Idaho. And all of this stuff is not happening in vain. All of these people with the machines will be melted down and used for prison bars. And Idaho's at the front of the line, as far as I'm concerned.
At the front of the line, in a state where these machines he claims to use, we just don't use. Idaho state officials looked into Lindell's earlier allegations, by the way. None of them turned out to be true. In fact, 7 counties Lindell said had voting machines issues. They didn't even use any electronic voting processes at all. The state of Idaho sent Lindell a bill for $6,000 and sent him a cease and desist letter as well, demanding he stop with all the big lies about Idaho's elections. As you can see, that hasn't really worked out so well. So we spoke with Chief Deputy Secretary of State Chad Houck today about this, and he told us, yeah, he's seen that video clip. And as far as he knows, Lindell's claims are once again baseless. Adding, though, if Lindell has any evidence to back these claims up, bring them forward. They will look into them. Till then, I guess we'll have to wait and see if that Moment of Truth Summit will feature any matter of truth.